So as you guys know, I'm part of the anime club, which means that we watch anime every season, the best ones, and then we talk about them. And for last 2 seasons, I actually watched a little gem called Gachiakuta. Now, people know this lovingly as the trash anime. If I call this a trash shonen, I'm not talking shit about it. It's literally about garbage. And one of the things about Gachiakuta that I actually really loved was the art style. This show has not only a very interesting premise, it has an insane art style and an insanely good vibe and look. It's super grungy, it's weird, it's incredibly expressive, and yet the faces are still incredibly beautiful. So I figured it would be a fun time to make my very first anime review and do it with the trash shonen, alright? And we're actually going to be using the official website for this, because the official website, believe it or not, this is what every anime website should be. This is what every fucking anime website should be, and I will show you why in a minute. Now, Gachiakuta, if you guys don't know what it is, or if you're interested in watching it, I'll give you the basic premise. Our main baby boy, Rudo, this is Angry Child over here in the middle, gets cast down, or cast out from where he lives because he got accused of murder. And this is a world where everything is, like, polluted and full of trash, okay? Just garbage everywhere. So he gets thrown down to the surface from, like, the city in the sky or whatever. And he meets a bunch of weirdos, let's call them that affectionately, who have the power to control objects. I think that they're called givers, if I'm not mistaken. And the objects that they can control is stuff that most people would consider trash, but it's very treasured possessions. So Rudo actually can do this as well, he's a giver too, and the anime is about them fighting trash beasts and then finding the mystery of, like, why was he cast out, who his, like, fucking family is, and what's his deal, right? That's about the Spark Notes version I can give you. If you want to know more, read the manga or watch the anime. We will be working with the anime because it actually has color and it's a huge part of character design. We're gonna start with our main baby boy, Rudo. Look at this! Look at this! So the Gachiakuta website is actually goated because the site has the key art for every character, but not just that. Check out how cool this is. Full turnarounds. For everybody! This is an artist's dream. The author of this fucking manga was like, yeah, I want fan art. And they have made it incredibly accessible for people to actually look at the character art. But let's talk about Rudo a little bit. So the overall aesthetic for Gachiakuta is incredibly grungy. It's about garbage, mama. It's never gonna be neat and pretty and crisp. There's a lot of very like gritty, grungy visuals, a lot of graffiti. It's very urban. Okay, there's very little fantasy in this, although it is a bit of a fantasy thing. Most of it is incredibly urban, very modern, in a very fun way, incredibly grungy. And I think that what makes a lot of these characters shine is that I see them as being kind of like from the Disgaea school of character design, which is big, bombastic elements that kind of like tell you what a character's deal is very easily. So Rudo is our main character. And Rudo, the thing you'll notice about him pretty much immediately is his gloves. The gloves are his weapon. That is what he uses to fight. That is his, like, vital instrument. That's what they call it. And I like it because this basically makes him look like what he is. A lanky-ass teenager. Deadass. Rudo is a lanky-ass teenager with anger issues, alright? He's super pretty. He has, like, really fluffy hair. But he is incredibly easily angered and does not like to deal with people's bullshit at all. He looks malnourished. He is malnourished. He's from the slums originally, so he's pretty skinny. He's very agile and angry. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell at a glance, but the anatomy for the show is highly stylized. You should be able to tell by the faces being the way that they are, but the anatomy for the show is incredibly stylized, so you will see a lot of extreme body shapes here. But they're done in such a way that I think it really highlights the character's personality really well. So Rudo is angry, doesn't quite know what he's doing with himself, especially on the surface. You can tell that he's a bit insecure at a glance. And it's just a character that, like, definitely speaks to someone who's insecure but finding his footing, if that makes sense. And it's really fun to have the full turnarounds because you can see the really big shapes that they're playing with here. Like, his hoodie is gigantic, kind of helps symbolize the fact that he's still a little bit withdrawn, would rather be in his shell. Really big shoes, really big hands. Like, he has big shoes to fill. And the gloves were originally not his. I think that they were from his family. He does look super malnourished. That insignia he's wearing is for the cleaners. That's who he works with. And just really big pants. His outfit is fucking insane, but it's pretty standard for a main character. I like it though, because most of the cleaners have a uniform like this, but for Rudo, it definitely shines for his personality. And that is Rudo, that's our main character. Oh shit! That's rad. You know what else is rad? Gamer subs. Do you want energy? Do you want to be able to fight 20 people as one man? May I recommend trying out gamer subs? Yeah, fucking energy for days, baby. Laser focus, dodge, dodge, and you will exude pink fire if you get too excited. And it's pink because he used fucking code KinkyMation at checkout. 10% off, remember that. Ton of energy. And if you don't want energy because caffeine is spooky scary, they got you, baby boo. Caffeine-free flavors, sugar-free. Become a man. Be like a dragon. Be like Kiryu. Boom. Chill over. Moving right along, this is actually a Enjin. I love him. I love him to bits. Look at this trash man of a person. He is, yeah, he's basically in charge of his platoon of cleaners. He is an absolute nutcase. He is a giant doofus, goober. His design is very laid back, very easygoing, because that's kind of his thing, right? So loose clothing, big coat. He has a lot of tattoos, which in Japan is uncommon, believe it or not. But he wears them pretty well. He has the air of someone who maybe used to be a criminal. I don't know if that's something that they're gonna go into into the show later, but I definitely love his vibe because it's so, like, silly. Like, yeah, sure, he looks, like, laid back, but he's also the type of character that I think that just from his look, he can absolutely pull his weight if he absolutely needs to. But look at the difference from Rudo. He has very broad shoulders, very big hands, a very confident stance. He's looking right at you. He's not hunched into his coat. It's just a very, very different type of personality, which I love. But notice how they all have like a very similar vibe when it comes to uniforms. Very similar color schemes, but Enjin has a red accent and Rudo has mainly darker color. Because like he works with fairly well with what he has. He has a lot of black on the outfit as well. But the fun thing is the silhouette. Like this this artist really doesn't pull punches when it comes to stylization. They like big hands, big feet, big heads, a lot of really wild hair, but it's all very well utilized. I love little pink on the jacket. They do have little things, yeah. It was really cool that they gave him tattoos on his fingers instead of rings. That Adam's apple is crazy. Yeah, and it's really funny, right? Because like you can tell that the artist is a woman right away because of how they draw women. I'll show you in a minute. But their men are also very pretty. Enjin, for all his goofy gooberness, is a very beautiful character. Again, the cleaner's logo on the back of the jacket in like really cool graffiti-like font. He has big boots, but overall very laid back, very confident. Next we go with Zanka. Oh, I love this fucking idiot. Now, this one has a significant change in silhouette. Zanka is actually pretty fun because he has a more Eastern-inspired vibe. He's from a region on, like, you know, the trash nation or whatever that's more Japanese-inspired. So it's a lot more Oriental than others. You can see it in the cut of the shirt, in the big blue accent, in the way that his pants are, like, kind of ninja pants, and he's wearing, like, almost sandals, but not quite. He does have pretty big ears. He has big earrings, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but every character has, like, a particular accent color that they show off on the outfit somehow. So either in their hair or in the actual outfit itself. Zanka is blue. He's tweaking. Something that you can't really see in these is that when they use their power, their eyes shine. So he has very bright blue eyes. I love his undercut. In general, it's such a beautiful silhouette because it's very agile. Like, you can see this dude moving even when he's standing still, and as an animator, that is definitely what you want. So, like, a nice, beautiful blue accent, very nice, cool, puffy pants, and even though this is a very, like, distinctly Japanese silhouette, it's still modern, very modern, very fun. Like, it still looks like it's made out of modern fabric. That looks like the crop of a jacket instead of, like, just a tunic. He has, like, very modern pants. He's wearing boots that kind of look like sandals. Like, it's a very cool vibe. So, yeah, Zanka has a pretty fun design overall. Just great silhouette, great colors, and good vibe. And it matches, like, he's like the straight man of the group, if that makes sense. And now we go to baby girl, Riyo. As you guys can see, these are incredibly stylized because look at those hip bones, damn. Riyo is pretty fun. Riyo is a hairstylist. She has a very unique look. Her cleaner's uniform is very different from the guys. It's a lot skimpier, but still very fun. The leg, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's very skinny. Like, again, this is a very stylized manga. But we're playing with really big shapes, beside the bodies being very stylized. Like, she has a really big jacket. She has, like, the leg pieces, which also make her legs look a little bit bigger. Teeny tiny baby booty shorts. Very big hair. Very big hair, which is part of the fun. She has a gorgeous face, too, incredibly doll-like. Her legs are actually not broken. It's because she has, like, those baggy things on her legs that her legs look really spindly. But I think that's by design, because she is very leggy. And her hair is a cosplay nightmare, but I love it so much. She's incredibly fabulous, okay? Her accent is green, but oddly enough, her accent only really shows up on her eyes, which are bright green. Cut like there. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that image. They should probably re-upload that. But yeah, she's definitely one of those like very fun, exaggerated silhouettes. Incredibly stylized body, huge hair. Cleaner uniform that's a little bit skimpier than the others, but it suits her, I think. Flat as a pole. Yep, she has very modest booba, okay? Riyo has very modest proportions. She's not at all thicky. But yeah, I love this design. It's super cute. We're starting with all the cleaners, right? This is Tamsy. Not a character I saw in the animation a lot, but I love his silhouette. He has like retired cop energy. Gigantic jacket, really big pants, like a perfect triangular composition. Very cool. Scarred face, insane hair. There's a big sense of flow to this character's design, definitely. Look, he has wings. Yeah. It's like one of the ones that, like, you don't see him a ton in the show, but when he does show up, he definitely makes an impact. Everyone in Gachiakuta has insane hair. Everybody. Yeah, he only shows up in, like, 4 episodes in the anime, I think. But look how fun the silhouette of the jacket is. It almost looks like wings. He looks like a bird. Some form of weird bird with a giant hoodie and a really big tie. He has really weird shoes, too. Socks with sandals, what are we doing? Also, by the way, in case it's not made clear from the get-go, I have only seen the first season of the show. Please do not go past that. Delmon, remember when I said that they like to play with really extreme anatomy? Yeah, this guy yells a lot. And the thing I love about this dude is that at a glance you can tell psychotic guard. That's his thing. He is a gardener. Gentle giant, kind of, sort of. He yells a lot. Like, he has his bandanas on his arm, he has his gardening hat, like, fucking sleeves tucked up, almost wearing, like, overalls, but, mainly looks like he's about to just go into the back garden. It's all yelling. It's all yelling. Like, even in the fucking face key visuals, it's just, they make the best expressions, okay? Gorilla proportions. They like stylization in Gachiakuta, and I think that that suits these characters immensely. It's just really fun to look at, and it looks so well, so well animated. Dude, Gachiakuta has, like, some of the weirdest stylization you'll see in anime, in a minute, but it's also one of the most unique ones. In a sea of animes that look very similar to each other, for me, Gachiakuta's art style and character design was a breath of fresh air. He really does have fucking gigantic meat hands, though. Like, Christ on a bike. That's about as bad as a fucking Popeyes cartoon. Like, this isn't even a fighting game, but this is a grappler. God! It's even crazier from the back! It's even crazier. Like, this is like massive Dorito body. Insane Dorito body, gorilla build. Doesn't even lift his own arms. He can do it.
Bruh.
And again, we've only met a few of the cleaners. This is like super dad. His name, this dude's name is Bro, but he's like so dad coded it's not even funny. He again doesn't show up a ton, but and his design is pretty plain, but he's a good guy. Like, this is one of those characters that I would say is NPC coded, but he's still pretty cute. He's really funny. Like, the dad stuff is an insanely good bit in the show. It's so fucking funny. Bro chooses peace because Deerd leaves him no option. Like, totally not Adidas sneakers. Ah, yes, not Adidas. And again, even though he has like a way simpler design than other cleaners, like, he still fits the art style perfectly. The bandana is the thing he uses to fight. And again, they all have like the same cleaners logo on the back, which is pretty cool. Deer. Also known as Psychotic Child. Vital instrument is the Binky. This was one of those cases that when I first saw this character, I assumed it was like a grown-ass man, because anime. No, Deer's like 8. He's young, he's bitty, and you can tell that he's meant to be young-coded because his clothes are just falling off of him. Gigantic overalls. Overalls are super, like, toddler-coded. Big sweater. The Binky. He's always upset. He is always upset. His thing is that he stacks power, yeah. He's very cute, though. A wood head pat. It would bite my hand off, but wood head pat. Giant sneakers, too. Like, if you want to make a character look younger, there's a few things you can do. One is head gigantic. Look at the size of his head compared to his shoulders. 2, oversized clothes. They make the body look really small. Deer definitely looks his age, which is something about Gachiakuta that I like. I was expecting this dude to be 40. I was really glad I was proven wrong. Yeah, angry child. Angry child, fucking oversized sleeves everywhere, really baggy clothes, big backpack. I love it though, because like you can tell from the action line that this is an upset child that needs a nap. He is a little slouchy, he's very cute though. Eternally puzzled eyebrows, he has moogie brows. And then my favorite character in this faction of the cleaners is Guita. Look at my baby! Look at that baby! Her thing is kaijus. She loves monsters, okay? So, like, not only is the outfit perfectly monster-coded, her hair has a set of strands that look like tusks. That's not part of the outfit. That's her hair. Battle onesie. She's wearing a battle onesie. It's so adorable. Yeah, she has like really weird target eyes too. Super cutesy. Very, very playful. The design looks incredibly playful. It's one of the ones that has like the most pop of color of this entire cast, but it's a really nice, subdued, toned down pop of color. And like her whole thing is that she can turn into a kaiju, which is adorable. Like that's like her vital instrument is her fucking onesie. That's why she never takes it off. That's why she doesn't have a cleaner uniform. But she's just so precious. Because like they really thought it through, like with the claws and like the little spikes on the back, the horns, the giant button eyes. They could have made those tiny, but like they made them huge. And she's always wearing it. She's a stinky baby. And just from the back, it's just so cute. She also has like a very peppy, go-getter personality. One of those characters that talks in third person sometimes, but it suits her because she's so cute. Very cutesy-coded, very curious, incredibly playful, very fun character overall. Now, the support units for the cleaners, I don't have a ton to say about them, except that these are great characters in the show. Go watch it. These are obviously, you can tell that they're not like the ones, they don't have superpowers. These are not givers. You can tell that though, because their uniforms are a little bit more generic. I wouldn't call them globshitos either, but there are a lot of support units in the cleaners. It's just that Gris is one of the ones that we actually get to hang out with. But the uniform still feels like someone who would go cleaning things. It's not like a janitor uniform, but close. Just big, heavy-duty pants and jacket, big boots, hats. Just make sure that you can go and do your job and support the cleaners while they do their thing. You can tell that, like, unlike Enjin, he does have big hands, but it's not gigantic. Most of the main cast has really exaggerated proportions, but then characters like Gris are a little bit more normal. But look how beautiful his face is. Follo, or Follo, I would call him Follo because I speak Spanish, so fuck that noise. Same uniform as Gris, but he has like his goggles, I think. Not much to say about the outfit, but the personality definitely shines through on the character. He's a little bit more serious, a little bit more anxious. I think that he is a giver. He actually is, but he's training to become better, I think. Follo in Spanish is bad. Oh, I forgot! Follo it is. Follo in Spanish is... I forgot that that's what that meant. Whoops! Sorry, Spanish speakers in chat. For fuck's sake, what do you guys tell her? Because they care about my well-being. No, that you guys should not have told me. You should have watched me fucking dig my grave in further and further the more I talked about this character. That would be funny, but I have a conscience. You guys cuck yourselves out of comedy constantly. But yeah, Follo is just a little bit more anxious than Gris. For Follo's sake, Lily. No, we're not gonna call him that! And then we have Tomme, which is very, very cute. You can see the girl version of the uniform is exactly the same as the dudes. I like her. She's a note-taker. Very, very cute character. Very, they say she's kind of like motherly. She's a little bit milfy, but she's not the milfiest character in the show, believe it or not. But yeah, same uniform, just tailored for girls. Very, very cute. But I love her hair. She has like the MILF hairstyle, chat. Very nice body. You can see not as skinny as Riyo, so she's a little bit more filled in. Not, again, very modest booba. Just a solid design overall. MILF ponytail. She has the MILF ponytail. I love the pants and I love the boots so much. And she just has like her little notepad because she likes to take notes about everything. Not protagonist coded, but really pretty. Yeah, this is like hard NPC. Corvus would be the leader of the cleaners. He has a bombastic as fuck design. This dude, I don't know where the fuck he fell out of the Guilty Gear fucking school of character design, but he belongs in a fighting game. Insane jacket, insane silhouette, super Dorito body. He has a tattoo on the back of his head, which I'm gonna show you guys in a bit. Ridiculous pants. The silhouette for this is insane in such a good way. I love it so much. Also, props to Gachiakuta for making really good black characters. Like, oftentimes, people will draw black characters that don't feel like black characters because they give them, like, normal fucking features. But the black characters in Gachiakuta actually look black. So, yeah. Not super horny for this one, but I do genuinely love the design. He's super stylish. Horny for the next one. Oh, so am I. I already grabbed the triangle. But yeah, Corvus is one of those characters that has a ton of design. He doesn't show up a lot, but he is in charge of the cleaners operation. So he definitely looks like a boss. He has like his big jacket, big pants, gloves, insane silhouette, very, very well-composed face, very masculine, very strong, very angular. And he has like his tattoo on the back of his head, which is nuts. It's like an eye. Super fucking cool. Okay, no profile shot, but front and back. Very nice use of accents and colors as well. This woman, this fucking woman, this is the sexiest fucking woman in this fucking show. She is like the secretary to the cleaners. She looks like a secretary, but she can also kick your ass. Like, she's wearing the uniform, but like, It's so fucking sexy, you guys. She has like the strappy high heels and the cool baggy pants and fat badonkers and like half glove things. The fucking dark skin, white hair, glasses, big eyebrows. She actually has a version with long hair too that shows up in a flashback, which was stunning, but like she looks great in both. She's mission control pretty much, and she's so good at it. She's so good at her job. I like this design a lot because it's just one of those things that like shows off sensuality in a character. In terms of personality, not so much the design. Also, note how her palms are lighter than the rest of her skin, which is very, very common with dark-skinned people. But she has an outfit that's sexy, but it's not goony. This character is stupid sexy because of the vibe alone. Like the stare, the way that she tilts her hips, the way that she stands super confidently, gripper, sniffer. Like, super fucking sexy. And yet, she's covered pretty much from head to toe. And they did it really well. Again, this is a black character that feels black, while still fitting into the art style. Look at that oh, God, duh! Pout, let it out, mama! Incredibly sexy, super curvy character, so hot. Yeah, the baggy hip pants with like the tight everything else is like, oh, she's super fucking sexy. She's serving. She is serving. She ate. She left no crumbs. I love her. It's just as sexy from the back, chat. I need her to break my spine. The worst part is that she can. She's like the receptionist. She's like mission control. But if someone tries to get into the cleaners HQ, she will literally wipe the floor with them. Now, August is my man for several reasons. The fucking grippers, I swear to God. August is cool because August does a lot of the legwork when it comes to the cleaners. But the reason I like August a lot is because he, in canon, designs the uniforms for the cleaners. Every outfit, except for like Guita's PJs, he has designed. So every cleaner that is dressed spectacularly well is the fucking work of this dipshit, okay? He designed everything, and he looks like a designer. He has like the overalls, a lot of really bright orange accents, like really wacky hair. He's incredibly loud, incredibly expressive, super annoying. Like, he's that artist that like needs feedback constantly, super annoying. And also, if you don't let him work, if you pressure him, he will fucking beat you over the head with shit. He is the drift master, and he looks like a drift master. He dresses super well, super fun. He has like his badge. He's one of those people that doesn't leave the office, but he doesn't need to. Like, the bulk of his work is done entirely in like making cool outfits for everybody else. Yeah, this is someone who pulls all-nighters that you can see in the sunglasses. He has his headphones, a lot of bits and bobs on his outfits, because he's a combo of, like, engineer and designer, so he has a lot of stuff for the cleaners. Bomb.com design. Love the super long blonde hair. I love how wacky he is. I like that he's, like, the epitome of confidence. That is the slouch of someone who shrimps daily. My guy, sit up straight in your chair. That is, like, a posture check waiting to happen. He has a lot of pockets, and he keeps a lot of stuff on his person because he sometimes, like, designs on the fly, which I think is pretty cool. But August is a really fun character. And then finally, his sister. Look at her! This is a flawless, grungy urban nurse aesthetic, okay? She's one of the only units in the healers that can, in the cleaners that can heal. She's very insecure, ooh baby. Super fucking cute. I love her nurse uniform because it's, like, such a cool urban take on it. Looks very Guilty Gear. Again, I think that there's a lot of fighting game inspiration in these characters. Because they have a lot of really big bombastic shapes, and you can tell what the character's deal is at a glance. I could tell you immediately she was a nurse. Immediately. Like, big gloves, wide skirt, the hat, short, like, fluffy hair, really big eyebrows. You can also immediately tell that she's related to August. Even though you can't really see August's eyes most of the time. Their hair color is the same, the eyebrow shape is the same. So, yeah, it's really, really fucking cool as a design, and it's a great take on a nurse, because it's way more modern, way more grungy, but still has a touch of fantasy to it. Also, you'll notice that everyone on the cleaners has, like, a bag with a hose sticking out of it. You can't walk around in certain places on the surface in Gachiakuta because it's so polluted, you will literally die of, like, fucking trash poisoning. So they have masks and oxygen attached, usually, that filter stuff out. Damn, it's really that bad. You cannot survive on the surface, except in designated spaces, yeah. Alright, we're moving to the villains faction. We start with Zodyl. I'm sorry, I like what I like. I know. Lily, how predictable. He's so pretty. He's so pretty, chat! He's psychotic, but he's gorgeous, okay? Big jacket. And that's like his vital instrument, I think, is the jacket. It's on with, like, fucking zip ties. It's, like, stitched together. He still wears it really well. It's low-key kind of destroyed on the bottom, but I like his thing a lot because unlike the cleaners, which is predominantly white with some black accents, the Raiders do wear a lot more different colors, and Zodyl in particular is a complete inverse of Rudo's color scheme. Rudo has light hair with dark tips, Zodyl has dark hair with lighter tips, Rudo wears mostly cream or white, Zodyl wears mostly black, Zodyl's accent is like a dark blue-purple, Rudo's accent is usually red. These are characters that are meant to be, like, pitted against each other, and it shows. That, like, symbol on the back of the jacket, you saw it on Rudo's gloves as well. That's, like, they share something in their vital instruments. We don't know what yet, though. He has, like, a really cool take on it, though, on, like, a big coat that's kind of, like, destroyed. It's super fancy. Yeah, those shoes are made with love and glue, because, mama, they're not gonna survive long. Designs like a man dripped in Balenciaga. He's super fancy. It's a really, really good design, and it does scream antagonist. It really does. Insanity in a person. Okay, Jabber is... you're gonna see some really unhinged facial expressions on this show. And most of them are gonna be from this guy, okay? Crash Out King! Jabber is super fun. He's a very chaotic character, and he has a very chaotic design. I love the dreads to bits. They're gorgeous. Big purple hoodie. His outfit's kind of ratty. Has like a very much like dead-ass raider or like a thief or a rogue silhouette, which it actually really suits him. He's wearing like weird loafers, but like I love his vibe so much. A lot of jewelry, a lot of silver. It's just a genuinely fun guy. The faces are insane. But a very, very fun, very chaotic design. He's one of those characters that, like, he looks a little intimidating and then he opens his mouth and it's like, oh my god, shut up! But you should actually take him seriously. Very unhinged. I generally do love what they did with the colors for the Raider because they're predominantly cool-toned and darker in general than the cleaners, so it's really, really cool. Oh, he's a junkie. Everybody in the show is a weird type of junkie. But yeah, he's a very, very fun design. The Raiders like a lot of really big stitching, quilted patterns, a lot of purple, really dark tones for the most part. And he has like a lot of flow to this design because Jabber actually moves around a fair bit. So it's one of those characters that like they look like they're moving in, even when they're not, which I love seeing personally. Cthoni, I love her, but she doesn't actually show up in the show a lot. Her power is teleportation. She uses a manhole cover to do it. Again, really cool take on the Raiders uniform being like opposed colors to the cleaners. They feel a little bit grungier, a little bit more chaotic, definitely a little bit less clean. She has really cool tattoos. Again, she doesn't show up a ton in the show yet, but she's one of the more interesting characters because of that mystery. If you were lugging around the manhole cover, you would be buff too. Have you guys ever tried to lift a manhole cover? They're super fucking heavy. Like, they're so fucking heavy, but it's really cool that she actually has it on her design. She actually never leaves without it. They all have, like, these chokers as well that they're, like, communicators. Pretty fucking cool idea. Great use of color, really, really cool asymmetry on the pants, despite the fact that the silhouette is completely symmetrical. Great hair, just overall a very solid design, I would say. Again, she's so fucking buff in the arms because she has to fucking lift that shit around everywhere. And she has tattoos on her arms as well. I only just noticed that. The hair antenna. That's called an ahoge. Let's learn our anime, okay? But again, predominantly cool color schemes, really nice quilted patterns, really, really fun shapes, a bit more chaotic than the cleaners, but still very nice. Let me preface this by saying... If Ebol, why hot? If Ebol... Why hot? Noerde, I love her to bits. She is not nice at all, but she has one of the most bombastic silhouettes on the show. Some of the best use of shapes, amazing silhouette, great color, still fits into the Raiders uniform. Her vital instrument is a comb, insane hair, and amazing makeup, full lips, which is rare for anime, mind you. A gorgeous design. She is definitely imposing, very, very much so. She has like the nail polish that matches. Like, this girl is serving. That 5-head though. I mean, part of her weapon works with her hair, so that's why she keeps it up in that really big pony. I love the 50,000 hair clips that are still very nicely organized on her head. Love the giant puffy sleeves, the big pants that look almost like a skirt, the giant like purple sash. Like, mama, it's such a flawlessly good design for a girly pop. It's just a great silhouette. Well composed. You can tell what her deal is immediately. You can clock her personality in 2 seconds. It's just really fun to see, okay? A lot of the girls in Gachiakuta have like itty bitty waists. but the way that, like, the artist plays with silhouette is very commendable. A lot of people are kind of afraid of it. I like to keep my anatomy a little bit more realistic, personally, because I do not say for work, but I think that in this day and age, you should not be afraid to play with silhouettes. Stylize the body, make it insane, have fun with it. So long as it doesn't look completely deformed, you'll be fine. Of the Raiders, I think that she's my favorite. Ooh, I don't like you. I do not fucking like you. You're very annoying. This is a character that you can immediately tell by the way that they're dressed that they're incredibly not confident at all. Fu is funny because he's a raider, but he's not. He has the color scheme, he has the uniform, but you guys will notice that like the raider uniforms are a little bit more personalized than the cleaners ones. Like they share some traits, but not everything. Fu has a very high collar, a scarf, so he's very withdrawn. He's not a big fan of being of expressing himself, not confident in the slightest. One of those characters that, like, he would see a conflict and run, but he should fight, so he tries to, but he fails every time. He is very goofy. He's very, 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 very goofy-coded, which, you know what, we enjoy. He's not made for this shit, and it shows. Like, he kind of looks like a raccoon with, like, the mask on his eyes, and I also like the dual-toned hair. It's really cute. But he is not made for this at all. Scout material? Yeah. Like, he has, like, the loafers and the baggy pants that, like, Jabber has, but he has, like, a different coat, and he has big scarf that he can hide himself into. It's a pretty cozy look, though, I would say. He looks comfy. And then, Bundus, who is just... Remember when I told you guys that that shape language is a thing when character design is considered? A square is a square is a square. I have never seen a more sturdy fucking character in my life. He is a brick. He is not moving. He is stubborn. He likes to talk, though. He will not let you pass. That's his vibe, okay? Like, he's tanky. Incredibly tanky, cowboy-coded, super fucking fun. Ironically enough, does not have big hands. I was expecting him to have gigantic hands. He does not have big hands. He has, like, Trump baby hands. Again, still same fucking quilted pattern for the Raiders uniform. Very much purple, very dark, cool tone, very cool. But the cool thing about Bundus is the design language, is the fucking shape language on the character, which is just square as fuck. He's very Texas-coded, yeah. Like, he has, like, 6 hands. He has, like, 6 hands, but, like, they're part of his vital instrument. Like, the only round thing on him is his pauldron. Yeah, he's very square otherwise, but there's nice repetition on his outfit because there's, like, circles everywhere. One of the ones with the least unhinged facial expressions. Yeah, he's pretty chill, believe it or not. And he's also one of the characters with the most experience. Most cleaners, like, are in their 20s or 30s, but Bundus, I think, is in, like, his 50s or 60s. Why do we have little baby hands? Actually, it's funny, because, like, he doesn't have baby hands. His hands are actually well-proportioned to his body. But since every other guy in Gachiakuta has had gigantic hands, you can't really tell. And even on the back, it's super square-coded. The little veil on the hat, oh my god, energy. And that's the Raiders. So, the Spherites is actually where the show starts. This is Regto. This is Rudo's adopted dad. He is no longer with us. That's not a spoiler. They literally show it in the trailer. The Spherites have a different sense of aesthetic than the rest of the people on the surface because it's very crisp, it's very clean. Even the people who live on the slums are very, very clean. It's white and gold. It's almost sanctimonious, almost sacred, the way that they dress. And so that's why it feels like they're from another different fucking dimension entirely. Like, the sphere is in the sky, so it's not polluted at all. People can actually live there with no problems. It's not that dirty. It's like a normal city. But interestingly enough, is even if you live in the slums, you have to dress like this. You have to dress in like pure white and gold. Do all of these characters make hideous nightmarish faces, man? Yes, they do! Yes, they do! The author enjoys this. They also have like these like ribbed sweaters underneath the big jackets, which are also very, very cool. Very warm-toned clothing in general. Gold, white, orange, and very flowy silhouettes. I hate rich people. This is literally just the rich people. Even the people in the slums are like, they think they're better than you if you're like on the surface. I don't like you. I'm not gonna be mean to the child, but I don't like you. And again, those like really cute gold accents, very nice floaty, rounded out shapes. It's very soft. Very, very, very soft. Bitch. Yeah. I like how I'm like, I don't like you. My chat immediately, bitch! Destroy that child. I hate her. Like, I like these outfits a lot, though, because they look very soft. So, these outfits actually look pretty expensive. She's also from the slums, mind you. They look expensive because the fabric looks really heavy and it looks like it drapes really well. So, unlike a lot of the cleaners and stuff, which look like regular people clothes, even rags, the Spherites outfits have a lot more volume and weight to them. They look like they have lining. They're definitely warmer, because if you're up in the sky, it's probably not going to be that, it's probably going to be pretty chilly. So they have a different sense of weight to them, but they're still very, very pretty. But I hate her. Alice! Alice is Alice. Alice is a lady, mind you. Alice is a lady. She is a doctor, if you couldn't tell. And fun fact, she is August's grandma. What did she do? She's actually a good guy, but like she's one of those like old people who's like super no nonsense because she's seen everything. She dresses like an old man, and she does not give a rat's ass. No hair, no eyebrows, no nothing, like alopecia.com.org. She's so fucking funny, and she gives mad scientist vibes, but she's pretty good at her job. Look at that face, Jesus Christ. She doesn't give a fuck, and we love her for that. Oh yeah, she doesn't care. She's like, I'm a woman, get out of my office! But again, a simple design, but it gets the point across immediately. Insane doctor, that's it. Remlin! I love Remlin to bits. He's not a cleaner, but he is a giver. He is an artist, and he can use that pen to make spells for people, which basically means that anything he draws can happen, but usually only used once. It's a pretty fun design. It's kind of like a ridiculous child, like 50 scrunchies, a ton of color, mismatched socks. Very kid-coded, big t-shirt, his choker. He's very goofy. I think that Remlin has one of the most heartwarming scenes in the show. You guys should go watch the show. If I can convince at least one person to check out Gachiakuta out, I will be happy today. He's a good bean. He just likes jokes, so sometimes he plays jokes on people and it kind of backfires massively. But he's a good bean, and he feels like a good bean. He looks like a good bean. But the cool thing about the kids in Gachiakuta is that they feel like kids. Like, a teen feels like a teen, and a kid feels like a kid. But yeah, Remlin, super cute. Last but absolutely not least, Amo! Amo is the cutest character in the show. She is a fan favorite. Her story is so fucking sad. So fucking sad, but she's so sweet. I think that she has a thing for Rudo in the manga. I hope that she's okay. She's super sad. So Amo is also a giver, and you will notice something quirky about her boots in a second. But Amo is a very sad character. I can't tell you guys a ton about her story because I don't want to spoil things, so I want you guys to watch it. Nobody in chat ruin it! Nobody in chat ruin it. Amo's a little unhinged, but she's very pretty, okay? And she has a very unique set of powers. The thing I like about Amo, though, and if you watch the show, I actually learned this recently, that is actually her childhood dress. Fun fact. She's had that dress since she was a kid, but it's kind of like destroyed now. She dresses very skimpy, but she's a pretty innocent character as far as all things considered. She has an insanely cute hairstyle and also a great use of color, amazing silhouette. But the key element for Amo's design is actually her boots. Let's see if she has a side profile so I can show you guys why. Are we not going to talk about the legs piercings? No, ow. Notice something interesting about her boots is that she has the same symbol as Rudo and Bad Guy Rat Daddy. So the boots are part of a set. Amo does have them as part of a set. They're much bigger on her than most people. And yeah, like Amo's thing is that she's very much a neglected child. Someone who's very childish personality-wise, and it shows in her look. So like she's wearing a childhood dress that she never really threw away. She's built her outfit up for herself as like out of rags. She looks like a doll. She likes to be very, very cutesy. She's very girly. She likes to talk about romance. This is someone who had a completely stunted childhood. Watch the show. I can't tell you guys why. And it shows in the design. It's definitely cutesy and girly, but it's the type of like sexy, it's the type of skimpy that feels wrong, and that's on purpose. This is the type of character that like she's dressed kind of slutty, but it's supposed to make you uncomfortable, if that makes sense. She's very doll-coded. There is a reason for that. Watch her episode. She is my favorite character in the show. She's absolutely stunning. Gorgeous character, gorgeous girl, gorgeous design, super sad story. The best written character in the show. And that was the characters for Gachiakuta. I really, really like this series. It's become one of my favorite shonens of like this year. Or the past year, rather, because we started last year. Super fun watch. Great animation. Really, really unhinged characters. Incredibly expressive. And great character designs overall. You guys know I love that to bits. And I think that Gachiakuta is just really, really fun overall. And very... you can tell what the personality is immediately. Very on theme. Really cohesive. Which I genuinely enjoy. So if you want to check out the manga or anime, I highly recommend it. I would usually go for the anime personally because these characters look great in action. But if you want to read the manga, go for it. And if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you guys have watched Gachiakuta, and if you haven't, are you willing to? Which is your favorite character? Let me know. I like to hear it in the comments. And remember, things, to go check out some G-Subs if you want some cool energy drinks that are gonna make you an absolutely, like, fucking rage goblin that plays with garbage. Check out G-Subs, mama! Delightful flavors, sugar-free, super fucking tasty, and caffeine-free flavors as well, so you don't have to just go and get wired if you don't want to. Just remember to use code KINKYMATION at checkout for 10% off your entire order. If you want to try out G-Subs, now is the time, mama.